which is that he is both humble and confident.
Yeah.
And that's where the virtue is. And at the end of the day, if you have that kind of mindset, a strong mindset, a disciplinarian mindset for yourself and for your family, I think that is, in many ways, it is the remedy for a lot of these mental health issues.
Oh, absolutely. And I also think that God is pleased with you when you show him the beauty of his creation. I think that God is pleased with you when you work as hard as you possibly can and you do the best you can in anything you're going to attempt. God loves people who work hard and try hard. And in my own personal life, I can see that God is very happy with me when I give it 100%. And very few people give anything 100% anymore.
Yeah.
It's very rare you meet somebody and if they're honest with themselves and with you and with God, say, I gave it everything I had. They gave it some. They tried a bit. They got demotivated. They got distracted. They got tempted. But when you truly give your 100% to something, I think that makes God very happy with you. And I think he rewards us for that.
What would your advice be to somebody? Because this is one thing that you're credited with even by your enemies, right? Your detractors. They say that, you can say what you want about him. Even Piers Morgan said that, but you've given confidence to young men.
Yep.
There's a lot of young men now, young women, that require that discipline. What kind of advice would you give them, practical advice?
Yeah, I think that you have to live. There's a lot of practical advice I can give. In terms of the religious sense, I would say you need to live like God is always watching. You may have the opportunity to do something bad, or you may have the opportunity to steal some money or snake somebody, but in the end, you're going to pay for that, and the bill will be paid. I think if you do the right thing, in my experience, if you're a person who does the right thing, firm handshake, is on time, doesn't lie to anybody, does what he's supposed to do, is honest with a good heart, is genuinely polite to everyone he meets. If you are that person, you get very far in life. I've yet to meet people who just do all the simple things right who completely fail at life. But I've met a lot of people who snake or steal some money and they get really rich, then they lose it all, or they get rich and end up a gambling addict or depressed or etc. So you have to just understand that God is always watching. He's going to reward you in the end. That's the first thing. And the second thing I will say is that you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and you need to curate your reality. I think the biggest problem with young people today is that they don't curate their realities heavily enough. The people that they want to spend most time with aren't adding any value to their lives, and then they end up wondering why they don't get anywhere.
It's so interesting. As you speak, it's as if you're narrating hadith, because when you said God is watching,
it sounds nicer in Arabic. When you say it in Arabic, it sounds. I need to learn that part.
No, honestly, there is a hadith that says that the highest form of faith is أن تعبد الله كأنك تراه فإن لم تكن تراه فإنه يراك. That you should worship God as if He sees you, because if you don't see Him, He sees you.
Yeah.
And on the friends issue, there's a hadith on that as well. Like that المرء على دين خليله, that the person is on the religion of his friends.
Yep.
So a lot of, as you say, this is
I need to learn it all. And this is, I'll say this now, the thing that was most daunting for me about converting was the amount I'd have to learn.
Yeah.
That's what's scary.
No, take it easy.
That's what's scary about it, But I mean, I'm a fast learner. I'm not a stupid guy, but it's just like, okay, I have a lot to do.
The Prophet Muhammad told us in the hadith, إِنَّ الدِّينَ يُسْرٌ, that the religion is easy. وَلَا يَشَدَّ الدِّينَ أَحَدٌ إِلَّا غَلَبَهُ. No one tries to overburden themselves with the religion except that it defeats them. In other words, take it incrementally. And Aisha, one of the wives of the Prophet, she said that if the first things that had been revealed to the people was this is permissible and this is impermissible, people wouldn't have done it.
Yes.
So, the first things that came down in terms of revelation were the verses of heaven and hell and these kinds of things. So I would say take it easy. It's a journey. It's like kickboxing,
Yep.
You probably came in when you were a young guy,
Yeah.
learning the roundhouse.
Of course.
It took you some time to kind of develop competence.